action. South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the back, the Eastern Michigan Eagles, taking on last year's national champion, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So Notre Dame's offense will go to work first. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line, a group of maulers, David, who take pride in what they do.
Man, I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas up front, the hog mollies, the big uglies, the most unselfish players on the field.
It's old school, man. We're in an era of college football where it's up-tempo, spread, air raid. Games are still won.
There he goes! Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. To the ground, he's got it again. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
They'll run play action. Rushes on him. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a third and long, this one from the 44. Handoff to the lone back. Runs through a tackle. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the right. It's caught downfield. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. He picked up a big chunk of yardage there, and there will be Irish jigs going in the stands.
Yeah, and a lot of excitement. If they can find these down-the-field explosive plays and find a wide receiver out there they can depend on, this offense can really explode and take off to a new level.
Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. The Irish come to the line facing second and short. Wants to adjust the pattern. The play action fake. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Fires toward the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on second down. Likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing.
Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. The throw. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
Man, they could have flipped that field in a hurry, right? They've given up some yards. They're sitting in their own red zone. A chance to make a big play. Yeah, he could have made that interception and could have flipped this field.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Motion from the wideout. Dropping back, it's Washington. They're setting up the screen. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And that is exactly what you love to see as a head coach, watching your offense take the field, first drive of the game, and you're methodical, and you take what the defense gives you. You make good decisions. You don't have negative plays. You don't have missed assignments. That shows your head coach that you are locked in and ready to go.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Eastern Michigan's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And this running game, Jesse, which has been suspect, is going to run into a stone wall in that linebacking core.
I think the big question then is, how is this offense going to have any balance in this game? They need to find creative ways to run the football. We've seen this linebacker shut down much better running backs than what they have on offense. So, David, they're going to have to find ways to still get their backs touches, but try to keep them away from this guy because he is a heat-seeking missile.
He is, and he's sideline to sideline. He's good in the pass. He's good in the run. Like, he really is hard to get away from. Maybe read himself. You know, get the ball out quick. Try to avoid him as much as possible because he has wrecked many a games.
He finds a dead spot in the middle. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Eastern Michigan going fast.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Back to pass. Complete to the left. There he goes. Lots of running room. The tag. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Eastern Michigan. The extra point here would tie the game.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Here come the Irish back on offense. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Throwing right, and it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Back to throw, it's Washington. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the grab, and this offense, which has been brilliant this season on third down, doesn't convert this time.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come-to-Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but I think,
looking to take a shot. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials throw the flag, but the offense won't need it. They'll decline that and keep the big play. So it's 1st and 10 after that costly defensive penalty on 4th down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly complete. He snagged him, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
he's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. Ball's at the 26. It's 3rd and short, and they'd love to pick up the 1st down and avoid settling for the field goal. Powers through the defender. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 22. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Incomplete. And he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back. This should be the last play of the quarter. Back to throw. It's Washington. Fires to the middle. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. Grabbed in the middle. It's Griffin. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. The Irish time to think about it. They'll open the quarter going for it on 4th down. The offense changing the play. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. Shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big, a lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll try the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Eastern Michigan going fast.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. Here's a heat. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Eastern Michigan will be forced to punt. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Has the ball and ready to get moving. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to go.
They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking downfield. It's Washington. That's caught. It's Griffin. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. The Irish might opt to take a shot here on 2nd and inches. They'll leave it with him. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
And these short yardage situations, it all comes down to the up front. Like, who can win the battle up front? Can you get a hat on the hat? And they do. This offensive line, they get on the D-line, they create just enough space. In short yard situation, fall forward and get a first down.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
The Big 12 has become must-see TV, and fellas, today's clash is no different. Houston is ahead right now, but that's not quite Andre Ware or even David Klingler under center today. This one is a long way from being over. They're up by 7 over Baylor. We'll circle back if anything changes in this interesting Big 12 matchup. Back to you guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Looking to throw on first down. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Eagles in the hurry-up. Now the play fake. Stands in and takes the hit. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Eastern Michigan will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Slips through the line. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Washington. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
Yeah, this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
Well, that was a weird one because I think running back screen was called, but the quarterback just saw an open receiver downfield and said to himself, hey, I got an open guy. I'm just going to take it.
Throws to the back. Got his man. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. They'll give it to the back. Got enough for the first. And a really nice run up there before the defense avoided disaster. Stop the really big play. They'll immediately call timeout. Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Back to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Griffin. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the second quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
Making side adjustments here. From the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. And that 3rd down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up.
Man, what a great break on the ball. Way to knock it down. But, man, this situation... They're almost in field goal range, had a chance to maybe take some points off of the board. That's a big play that we might circle back to later.
They're a perfect 2 for 2 on 4th down. They'll go for the hat trick. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Eagles have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. And here comes the play. And there he goes down again. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He is not get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. Eastern Michigan will be forced to punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. No fair catches here, looking for room. He's got great speed. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Back to throw, it's Washington. Under fire. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
And it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in South Bend.
Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Eagles want to move quickly.
I don't like the play call. You're down this much against the best run defense in the entire country. You're just smashing your face against the wall. You're not going to get it done. To win this game, you're going to have to throw the ball to get back in.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. From the gun. They'll try to impose their will. He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down. Eastern Michigan will be forced to punt. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Just needs a crack to get a return. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Here come the Irish, back on offense. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Irish trying to strike gold in this red zone trip. The give to the back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Off the play fake. Now rolling to the left. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Ooh, quarterback lucky that one wasn't picked. You got to be really careful down here in the red zone because these windows are small and defenders close on the ball. That one should have been an INT.
The throw to the outside is complete. Touchdown, Fighting Irish! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. If he can keep putting together games like this, he might have a shot at Brady Quinn's career touchdown record of 95. All the great quarterbacks the Irish have had, guys like Joe Theismann, John Hewart, nobody's even close to that.
Yeah, and that's crazy to think about being in that kind of a company. And Notre Dame's always been a good running team. And when they find quarterbacks that have great quarterback play, then I think they start to take off to that next level. And so far, he's showing that here today.
He finds a soft spot in the middle. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Eastern Michigan going fast.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. Behind the chains now on second and long.
Yeah, and I tell you what, when you stick these fast suckers in the slot, they don't have to be big. But you get those guys that are so quick in the slot, they can get great matchups, and I can get the ball to them quick because they're such dynamic playmakers.
And the Eagles need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. Fires to the right. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. Eastern Michigan will be forced to punt. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. And the returner goes down. Notre Dame has the ball ball and ready to get moving. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they want in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Back to pass, it's Washington. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Wide open, he makes the catch. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. To the air on first down. Working that left side now. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. There is little that warms the heart of a defender like a strip sack. Even better if you get the ball.
And I like the awareness of this defender on the play because he knew he might not actually get to the quarterback and make the hit, but he was able to still swat away, use those long arms to create the turnover.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch for this off. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Eagles come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll try to get the first through the air. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. And here comes the punt team. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. The give to the single back. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. The Irish come to the line facing second and short. Rides to the back. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They go back to work in the final period of this one. From the gun, running back on the move. Looking for room at the 40. It's a seam wide open! And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game. He's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
You know, that's one as a quarterback, when you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
Got his man! And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The hand to the running back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal.
Great job by the offense there, getting the first down on the ground, staying in bounds too. So if you're on defense here, you might want to start thinking about using your timeouts. You've got 3 in your back pocket, but trailing, you've got to start using them.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. To throw, it's Washington. Gets it to him on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Splits the uprights. Good. And that lead grows even bigger. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we're looking pretty good.
Eastern Michigan has it back as the Eagle offense returns to the field. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disrupted. They've been all over the field.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Here's the pressure. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's going up top here late in the game. And it's batted away, and the 4th down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football. Here come the Irish back on offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked it.
They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. And here comes the field goal team. Salt, meet open wound. Absolutely center cut. And now the lead is even bigger. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Wants to go up top on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. They reeled off 6 straight to start the season, undefeated, bowl eligible.